What?
Clever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Are we? Ooh.
Sorry, sir.
Doing today. S-Q-U-A-S-H. Squash.
Squash?
Squash. But you, I've got to go to work.
And you haven't?
No.
Since when?
Today. No, I'm, in a bit of a hurry, Jack.
You see that, huh?
Yeah, well, you never know, do you? I'll give you a ring.
See ya.
Hello, Charlie.
Detective Superintendent Hackett.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm Deputy Chief Constable Goddard.
Hello.
Tell me what's in that briefcase.
What you want? Well, it's, documents.
Relating to what?
Relating to, gangland targets I'm on, financing, contact names.
Open the case. Leave it. Mr. Hackett, I'm taking you to Rowley Road Police Station. The officer will take your car. Mr. Hackett, we have information that you've been putting pressure on people in this area by demanding money from them in order that they can retain their liberty.
Am I going to be cautioned?
Let's say you're assisting us with our inquiries.
Oh, it's quite obvious I'm being treated like a bloody prisoner, isn't it? Shall I get down to me vest and pants for you?
Mr. Hackett, you know the form. When I have sufficient evidence that you have committed an offense, I will caution you.
And where will you get this sufficient evidence?
You did have £10,000.
As I said, I didn't know it was there. Look, I was told to play squash, look in locker number 37, and I would find documentation relevant to one of my present targets.
Who can corroborate this story?
Oh, come on. The information came direct over the phone, didn't it?
Mr. Hackett, an officer of your rank and experience, the squash could have been official police business, corroborated by Chief Superintendent Tate.
Have you never used a snout? An informer? The deal was that I should be alone and the information was for my eyes only.
Mr. Hackett, I don't believe you. You're suspended from duty forthwith. And a report will be submitted by me to the Director of Public Prosecutions. And you may be prosecuted with the offence of corruptly receiving £10,000. Your warrant card and pocketbook, please. I intend to search your home. I haven't got a warrant, but I can get one if you refuse permission.
It's never stopped me in the past. All right. All right, Charlie, that's enough.
And
Now, you get the relevant papers. My finances are my own business.
wrong, Mr. Hackett. They may have a very important bearing on whether you retain your liberty.
Steve.
What are you, Charlie? Some kind of pervert?
Leave the lady's stuff. You sure you don't want to tell me about this morning? May I help you with the director's office?
No. And you, get out, sir.
You know why I am here. I want to help. But you have to tell me. I cannot act on my own. Yeah?
If we're used as witnesses, we'll be packed back to Lilliput.
Look, you help me, and I'll help you with the Home Office. There's another amnesty coming up. Give me the facts. Promise to me you will discuss it seriously between yourselves. We are a big part of this community, and the others have to see us act responsibly. We are a community that can live side by side.
They want us to pay £15 a week now to keep quiet. How can we resist?
And if you can't pay, you turn to crime.
Rahman, we are illegals. What else can we do?
That's right, and it's £20 now. Oh, look, you keep out. We will really be propping up the community in concrete.
I know who you are. Don't believe I haven't got notes on you.
A letter to Inland Revenue. Hackett's returned for the past 3 years. Has he got a safety deposit box? Local branch will be difficult, so try the larger branch in the city. Finance Department. Hackett's salary for the last 3 years, both gross and net. State of mortgages. Standing orders. Or does he make cash payments to clear it?
Sir?
Finally, I want every member of that squash club playing yesterday interviewed. There's times in and out.
Sir, there's the local police watch committee.
I don't give a damn. I only want clean coppers around me.
Now, tell me where your little notes are! Where's your cutter? I didn't tell you to move. Where is it?
ये चाहता क्या है?
मेरी गैर कानूनी लोगों पर मिसल
तो दे दीजिए ना।
नहीं
ओह!
नहीं
नहीं! रहमान! No!
Hey?
I will get you it.
I'm going to
police about this.
Well, you make sure, son, while you're there, to tell them everything you know about your mates.
I'm here because you have been in my community offering money for information, trying to clean us up.
That's perfectly correct, Mr. Khan.
Steve, this is Mr. Khan.
I'm not a policeman anymore.
Theft, grievous bodily harm on me, assaulting my wife, entering my house without authority is a burglary. And if you don't do anything about this, I'm going to the Race Relations Board, of which I am a member, and this place will smell.
You were beaten up?
Yes.
Why?
For bits of paper.
And what was on the bits of paper?
Oh, details of payments to white hooligans of this area by compatriots of mine they smuggled in. Now they blackmailed them.
You knew that there were illegals being blackmailed?
I am Mr. Bonney, an unpaid community liaison officer. Not informal. All right.
We've been hearing nasty rumors, Steve.
The only fee I receive is from the Race Relations Board.
Steve?
I dedicate my whole collection of Playboy to the office.
I'm going to repeat my question. You knew that they were illegals?
Yes.
All right, super cops. You can stop pretending to work. I'm sure you've all heard on the grapevine I'm leaving. I'd like to thank you all very much for my farewell present. You shouldn't have bothered. Oh, you didn't, did you? You ride a bike, didn't you?
Yes.
In that case, I'll give you a lift.
How did you know I walked here?
Well, you haven't got them on.
Haven't got them on what?
You haven't got your clips on.
Oh.
It's got to be a fit-up.
Khan?
Steve? What was he doing?
Clearing his desk. Ros phoned earlier. She was almost hysterical. It's not like her.
It won't do any harm. I'm only asking. Do you know any of them?
You indicated you were no longer a policeman.
I am no longer a policeman. Well, you investigate and you're not one, don't you? Look, Mr. Khan, I know you don't want to help the police and, well, I don't blame you. But you can help me, can't you?
I don't know.
ये कौन है? क्या कहता है? क्या हो गया भाई?
Nothing.
Would Mrs. Khan know?
Would Mrs. Khan know what?
I'm sorry, I didn't think you spoke, Did any of these men attack your husband?
He's not a policeman.
Are you going to hurt my husband?
No, I'm not.
That is the man. Now, what are you going to do?
Well, they don't mess about, do they? Neither do I.
We ain't taking no envelopes.
All right. I know you lot set me up, but I'm not going to end up with a £20 a week social security bag. If I'm going down, I want a big pension. Now these are for tasters. Your greasy little boss, Nasrullah, knows where I live. Tell him I want to see his boss. I'm in the market.
Christ. It's us in that flamingo place. Nasrullah said that'd be clear, Phil. He's got this. What else has he got?
Yeah, once a copper.
All I want is peace. Where else could I earn £300 a week?
tell you. I saw Steve remove photographs from one of our dockets on illegals. I don't believe it, but I saw it.
Why didn't you say anything?
If I did, they'd have a statement out of me. And I'd be a witness for the prosecution.
And these are the current operations, then? Mr. Hackett's obviously involved in all 6.
Now, which ones especially?
Drugs and illegals. Not now, I'm busy.
So it's about Steve Hackett?
Later.
Oh, don't let me interfere, Mr. Tate, but something's bothering these officers. It might help me with my inquiry.
Well, this has got to be a fit-up, surely, sir. Now, we've been talking it over.
A man takes a day off to play squash and walks off in the evening with 10,000 in old notes. And what else needs saying? You're both experienced officers. You know the score. We've all got problems with money, whatever the rank, and Hackett is no exception.
Do you believe he's corrupt, sir?
I'm not prejudging. The photograph's missing here, sir.
Then sling him in the nick.
Anybody could have taken them. I don't know whether he has, but I want to find out. Anything else? And get some work done.
Regional Crime Squad. Say again? Bloke on a public trumpet. Your Mr. Hackett's been naughty on the Meadowbanks building site. Rang off.
What do you usually drive a hearse?
Yeah, point is, Hackett, if you're still a copper, we'll soon know.
Yeah, you'll all get nicks. Don't push me again. Who are we meeting?
You said the cream.
Oh!
I believe the police will help you. We must stick together.
Are bhaiyo? There is something I want you to see. Aye?
Remember your mates from the whore that got picked up and sent back from Milford Haven? Somebody grasped.
He was responsible.
We paid a lot to help us and he got greedy. He wasn't doing his job properly and that's what he gets. He wanted more money for clearing the routes or not turning you in. That's why Rudolph Valentino here had to come collecting for more. He's yours.
Maro, but Marsko! Peter! Marasko, Maro! Marasko!
You're all right, sir.
That's all right. I just suddenly couldn't see anything but black.
Well, Superintendent Hackett, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fine. You leave it, all right? And I mean leave it.
What do you reckon? No, he's 100%.
Let's see what that meticulous man in Belgium thinks.
He's been set up. I've been a policeman for 29.5 years. 15 of them at command level. Normally, in a case like this, I'd expect somebody to be fighting for him. And not one officer has come forward with any titbits. Not one officer has come forward screaming against him.
Naturally, they're confused.
This job stinks.
Oh, we're policemen investigating policemen. We've got peculiar minds. We're taught to suspect the worst in people.
Well, I'm not for or against him. I don't know what he expected. But he took possession of £10,000. Fact.
Excuse me, sir. think you ought to read that. What happened on the building site last night, my report.
I'll wait downstairs.
I'm sorry, sir. Into my tray, I'll read it later.
Sir!
The uniform are watching him. Can't waste your energies on him.
You never brought me to one of these before. What's the occasion of a car's birthday?
I just wanted to soothe my aching body.
Oh. Must have been a very high ladder. A very high bed.
Now, Ross, you know I wouldn't do a thing like that to you.
Yes.
Yeah. Nasrullah.
Hello.
Smoke? Nice. Right, well, what is it you want?
Well, you set me up to get rid of me. As I told your two, gorillas. If I'm going down for a 10-year stretch, I'm going to want a very good drink.
Why should we bother with you?
Because you'd love to get your hands on the dockets that the regional crime squad have got on you. And I think your boss man would like to get his hands on the dockets they've got on him as well. And what about the routes? Routes? Dover, Milford Haven went wrong, didn't they, Nasrullah? And I know why. And I think your boss man would like to know why as well.
You can give me a route that can work.
Yeah, I can give you a route that'll work.
For illegals.
For illegals and for drugs.
Drugs?
Yeah, drugs. You're into those as well, aren't you? Hey? Oh, come on, you can't tell me your whole outfit exists on 200 Pakistanis paying 15 quid a week each to your gorillas. 3,000 quid. No. There's got to be a deal.
You will give me a new route.
Yep. You need horses. Your horse.
How long have you known Mr. Hackett? Yeah, this is a rather delicate question, but are you sleeping here?
No, I go home to sleep.
Your clothes? Would it be correct to describe you as his common-law wife?
No, his bloody mistress. Now get out. I'm not answering any more.
The questions I've got to ask may help.
Does Steve know you're here?
No.
Hadn't you better wait until he is? You follow him around enough.
Look, Ross, they could say, if Steve does end up in court, that if he was here, that it could be construed as tuition.
How did Mr. Hackett come by all that money?
What money?
To your knowledge, has he been to a solicitor?
I work all day.
Has he told you he's been suspended? Has he had any calls, any strange calls in the middle of the night?
You're tapping him.
Then you know he's in serious trouble.
I don't know where he is.
Right. You will collect. That will go with you. He's expendable too. And if anything should go wrong, your lady will have strange lines down her face.
Don't worry, nothing's going to go wrong. I'm not in this for fun. I'm in it because I want results. There were no sniffing dogs round the horse at the docks, were there? And nobody followed it here.
I'm a careful man. And I work for a meticulous man.
He's got the horse. Where are the bodies?
He'll leave those till he's in the barn, won't he?
When it's dark, burn them, OK?
If this is what your wife had to put up with every time you were in trouble, well, no wonder she bloody had enough. I don't want any of it either. It makes me sick just talking with them.
Well, how the hell they get in?
Down the bloody chimney. I don't know, but they did. Look, Steve, I am not a whore. I am a free woman who chooses to love those I want to love in the way I want. And I don't like my fingerprints taken every time I undo your bloody shirt button.
Well, the answer's simple, isn't it? Don't bloody undo them anymore.
All that going at all hours of the night and day. Are you in trouble?
Yes.
But you're innocent.
Look, I want you to get in your mini and go to your aunt's. If you stay here any longer, you're going to get spun
But if
over.
you're innocent, why don't you tell me?
I am not innocent.
Steve?
I love your face. I don't want it cut up into slices.
Yes! It's pointless, Mr. Tate, working with you. I'm going to the Home Office.
You go where you want to, sir. I know of no office of mine on the building site.
He hasn't shown that report to Goddard or anybody.
Smellier and smellier.
Steve's off this, right? So why aren't we working on the packets? Everybody seems to be forgetting targets. If you ask me, Tate's bottle's gone.
All of you, in here. I'm not used to junior officers scowling at me or hearing remarks disrespectful to my rank. May I remind you, I'm a chief detective superintendent. And if any of you don't like what you see, then let me have your request for transfer on my desk in writing, and I'll have you off my lot by 5 tonight.
With respect, sir, you did indicate you hadn't read my report.
From this moment, you cover Hackett and you his girlfriend. And I want reports 9 a.m. prompt on my desk, and don't book any early evenings.
Are these reports in duplicate for D.C. Goddard, sir?
Out. Come on, out!
You stay. Shut the doors. Now, I have a lot of... Stand up. I have a lot of trouble on my mind. Certain people are going to try and feed this squad to the sharks, and that I will stop at all costs. Unintelligent and uninformed comments like yours do not help. Another squeak like that and you'll be back with your pointed hat on. Get out.
Well, I told you it worked, didn't I, the route? You can use it for what you want now. Drugs, illegal. What the hell are you doing?
You didn't think we'd risk the real stuff, did you?
Well, I didn't know that, did I? I still put my bloody head on the block. Look, I am fed up with dealing with middlemen. I'm sacrificing a lot, and I want a lot in return. I'll tell you what I want from now on. I want Mr. Big in his private plane, and I want him here. I'll deliver dockets on him, on you, on the whole operation. But I'm not going to hand them over so he can throw me into the channel 2 hours later. I'll place them in a bank of his choosing in Belgium. And I'll hand over his letter of access when I'm on the plane and I've got the money.
He won't set foot on British soil. As soon as he does, he could be had for conspiracy.
I want a passport, birth certificate, vaccination certificate. I'll leave the name and the date of birth to him.
In exchange for your dockets and us, I'll give you your money here, whatever denomination.
I don't want readies. I want a letter of credit I can use on the continent. I won't be staying here to spend it, will I? Besides, you're not going to hand me money, then make a phone call like last time.
Why don't you fly out to him on a commercial flight?
I go on his plane.
I thought we trusted each other.
I go on his plane.
I see. We might send anybody to you.
Don Nasrallah, do me a favor, will you? I was a copper for a long time. I know all the tricks. Don't you think I haven't got a photograph of your big man? And when that plane comes into land, if I don't see his face in the cockpit, I don't go.
His mate's about trying not to look like Mr. Plod.
What does this mean?
They're watching me. I know the routine. They're going to lift me.
Then I can trust you to do something about it.
I like that. All right, Grizzly. Now you go back and tell the vicar enough's enough, all right? Now you tell him to call this number. All right? Any day after the weekend. And tell him he's got 3 days. Now listen to this, Grizzly. I want this to seep into that thick matter you've got instead of brain. Are you listening? Are you listening? Now tell him I don't want any phone calls that give me no for an answer. I will only deal now with the big man. Have you got that? Otherwise, the regional crime squad will get everything that I've got, and they haven't, including the photos. And Grizzly, I've got something I want you to give that friend of yours, Platt, eh? Will you give him this for me?
Will you live?
Nothing broken. It's just badly bruised.
Well?
As instructed, I was covering the bastard. I heard a crash and I went to investigate and I got clobbered. If it wasn't Hackett, it was certainly one of his friends from the club.
Let everybody in, briefing.
Well, don't we get a warrant?
Now we go straight in.
All right, out. Door-to-door inquiries when last seen.
Mr. Tate, are we going to circulate Mr. Hackett as wanted?
So?
He's committed a discipline offense by leaving his registered address while suspended without telling us. Do you understand he struck a fellow officer? Surely Hackett would know as a policeman that any officer would automatically come running if he heard anything suspicious.
Where did we get our proof, sir? Sergeant Bonney isn't sure who struck him.
Telex all forces. Mr. Hackett wanted for an interview.
I'll do it, sir.
Wanted for what?
I think we've got a dangerous man here.
Peters. Peters. Yes. Colbert. All right. West.
I believe you're obstructing me in this inquiry.
Well, as you told me to, sir, I sent a message to HQ for circulation to all forces, airports, seaports. It was turned down.
Why?
When you said you wanted to interview Hackett, you didn't say why.
For God's sake, Tate!
Well, the express message procedure lays down you have to nominate the offender.
Well, why the hell didn't he ring you and ask?
I don't know the offender.
You are obstructing me. Get me Lazenby of the Home Office. I want to know the exact whereabouts of the HMI. And that interview arranged immediately.
Yes, sir.
I'm suspending your squad from present inquiries and targets.
Interesting, then.
It means to suck liquor from a cask by means of a straw. Apparently, they used to bring dead heroes home in a rum cask. They did it for Lord Nelson. But the working class drank all the liquor around his body and left the gallant winner high and dry.
Oh, well, they would. It's very working class, that.
Can we talk, please?
No.
Please! It's important. I said no.
Sorry. Even beautiful girls have feelings. See you later.
Please,
Well, not so loud, eh? It's Cinderella time. Clear off.
Are you so corrupted? I've been to the Home Office. They will not let me in. Money is still being collected, but none of your people are on the site. I'll give you one piece of information to get you back as a policeman, maybe. All new immigrants coming in must also carry drugs now. My people are really being used and hurt.
Everything all right, sir?
Yeah, he's leaving. All right, thank you. Hello? Yeah, speaking. 5:50. I'll get myself a man. Yeah, I know I'm being watched. Right. Hello, it's 199. I'd like a bottle of champagne as soon as possible, please. Yeah, and can you tell me what time do you finish lunch? Right, thank you. Hello.
Hello.
The lady from the Social Security. Would you say your name was?
Janet.
Stephen. And I thought I was a good copper. Can you translate it for me?
It's from the bank. We are in receipt of your letter and documents. They have been deposited according to your instructions. With regard to your specific request and the attached photograph, although this is somewhat unusual, we will comply with your instructions that signature must be matched with your specific personal photograph.
Great. I didn't realize that Interpol was so enterprising.
Oh, we have our moments. We've also let the big man know that Nasrullah might have double-crossed him. Look, you're not going to get on that plane, are you? De Roy is dangerous.
I've ordered this for you.
I'm serious, and I've lost face. My wife has suffered. What I stand for, I want you to pick up the telephone. I'll instruct you. I'll give you all the names you want.
I don't want any names.
If you don't...
Now, this must be the champagne.
Morning, Mr. Policeman.
Who do they think they are, Husky and Starch?
Right.
Here, move the car well off the runway and lay out the sheet.
What's he on?
Being very careful, Mr. Hackett. Must say, I would have thought you would have been armed, whatever your motives.
Why is it no one ever trusts a copper?
Because they have no friends.
Don't come any closer till I tell you.
See? A ridiculous man.
Nasrullah. I won't keep you waiting, Mr. Hackett. Your books, Nasrullah. Yes. I have been informed there may be irregularities by Mr. Hackett.
In what way?
Why Dover and Milford Haven lost us money. Never mind. Mr. Hackett, if you please.
You're right, we don't have any friends.
Bastard!
Thank you. Very good. You are an exceptional policeman, Mr. Hackett. So, the documents can only be drawn with your signature and matched by your photograph. I take it you know I could dispose of you now and find somebody looking enough like you. Hmm?
You haven't seen the photograph I put in the bank?
Your passport?
Very good. Don't much like the name Roger. My letter of credit.
Of course. Please get in, Mr. Hackett. My flight plan only allows me 1 hour. Nasrullah!
Yes, sir?
I do not accept to be double-crossed.
What happened at the field? Would you have taken off? Was the document letter prepared by Interpol?
Yes, I would have taken off, and yes, the letter was prepared by Interpol.
Then why was the man killed?
Gentlemen. Gentlemen, please. Thank you. I must prevent Mr. Hackett from answering these questions. A number of persons have been arrested and charged with serious criminal offences, including murder. The matter is sub judice. This conference was called to prevent unnecessary suffering and anguish to Mr. Hackett and his relations. He is totally innocent of the criminal charges alleged against him, including the receipt of money. I wish to state quite categorically that Detective Superintendent Hackett did, from the outset and at all times, act under instructions from myself, the Home Office, and Mr. Tate. Now, that is all. Thank you.